I am live.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
everyone.
Hi guys.
I am Richard Blumencheese.
Hi.
Happy, I guess. I do not know, but I remember getting this in New York as the hat, and I got it because it had a reference to a Disney character, which was Happy, which is from
Yeah, Snow
the
White.
Snow
Snow
White.
White. Was
Um,
that at the Disney store? Because I
no,
never saw them. Really?
this
Where
was
was
at
it?
Five Below.
Really?
Really.
I haven't been there in a while. I need to go over there.
Hello, Pugs. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, love
Hi.
Pugs. Um,
Hello.
I'm wearing my winter gear because it is a little bit cold outside, and I didn't want to bother my sister because she's working. So
Mm,
I'm being courteous.
I get
Hello,
it.
Mary.
Hi, Mary. It's good to see you
Hopefully, all your
guys.
cats are watching. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, the more watchers, the better.
Mm.
And now if they just have
Hi.
their own YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Anyways.
Anyways, this is a Disney movie that I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to review that
Yeah.
is based upon a older book. Now, this
Oh.
is one that Disney gobbled up, and it is called The Shepherd, if I remember
Hmm.
correctly.
Okay.
It is a 39-minute short movie.
That's impressive.
Very impressive. It is animated to a point, but
Mm.
you do know who the actors are when they're playing
Gotcha.
them.
Gotcha.
One of them would be John Travolta
Interesting.
in a Disney movie,
Mm.
which
I don't think he's
I
ever been
don't
in one.
think he's been in one
He
before.
never has. He hasn't. He
He might
hasn't.
have for some like more of the action, maybe like Marvel or something, but
No. Not that I know of.
not that I know of. But
Mm-mm.
still, um, interesting. He is a pilot, and he helps steward or lost
Mm-hmm.
um, planes. So
Mm.
what this synopsis of this movie was
Right.
in 1957.
Mm.
Uh, hello. So 1957. What is his name? The younger kid sets off on a plane to fly
Mm-hmm.
back home because he's
Mm.
going towards Christmas to meet up with his family.
Interesting.
It and his electronics fall out. It does
Right.
not work anymore in the middle of the ocean
Mm-hmm.
while traveling
Oh.
over. So he's going to Europe to US,
Whew.
and his internet world goes out. He kind of gets lost. He tries to reset his computer, and all his electronics were going around in circles like there was a dead zone.
Oh
Uh,
my.
out of all of this, he calmed and he tried to get a
Mm-hmm.
call for a someone to help him fly down because he had no visual aid because it was
Right.
also,
Right.
and someone contacted him back, which was
Mm-hmm.
John Travolta,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed him down on how to get to
Mm.
a airport that he never knew was there,
Oh wow.
and this airport was on an island in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
nowhere.
Wow.
No one knew it was there. That kind of gives a
Mm-hmm.
hint. It kind of gives a little.
Right.
It goes off of like a magical kind of like there's ghosts everywhere kind of vibe.
Gotcha. Interesting.
He went onto the island, and he got picked up by a older. I don't know the guy's name, but he's probably famous, a
Mm.
British actor. But he took him to a caravan, his house, his mansion,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and started up a fire.
Mm.
And it shows him like he's almost like glitching, but he always
Mm.
doing something to help him out. So he
Mm.
started the fire. He tried to help him call out towards someone else. The phone did not work.
Mm.
Landline officially landline was down. There was no internet, or not internet, but there's no
Wow.
anything going in and out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that really showed off was I guess his plane had GPS on it, and this his platoon tracked it. At the end of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
they caught up to him on the island. He was an island, but the
Mm-hmm.
John Travolta as the pilot
Right.
was a ghost, with the plane being a ghost pilot also.
That's interesting. That is an interesting
Did hunt
concept.
him down.
Wow.
I guess it's based upon a book too. So the book follows the same reference.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It's called The Shepherd.
Okay.
Same thing.
I think it's interesting, that Disney would, though they'll pick this kind of
it's
topic.
kind of creepy and kind of dark, but Disney has started to do more of those kind of movies. In the last year, they did 3.
Yeah, they did the Haunted Mansion, which was the biggest.
Mansion, fantastic. This now the director of this movie made one other movie, and his first movie got nominated and won last year for the Short Film Festival. So they're hoping that this year we'll have this one, and they hope to win it also because it's that good. He did such a good acting on it. They did a great job.
Right.
The guy who helped him out in that mansion, he was also a ghost. He somehow started up a fire out of nowhere.
It almost sounds like Haunted Mansion in a way.
Yes, but it was not creepy. It was just kind of eerie. They weren't scary at all. None of them were.
That's good because
it was just kind of always fogged in kind of effect.
Yep.
Kind of like a haze.
Yeah.
Very, very old school filming too. Almost looked like it was an older movie, like the 1950s movie, which was, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be filmed in 1957. So
yeah. So
the last of the movie that they showed was those platoon guys catching up with the pilot, and then basically showing that they drove off. So they probably flew him to where his destination was going to be in the U.S., but it doesn't show that. It just showed him walking away from the mansion, which beforehand, the mansion looked like it had lights. It looked like it was pretty new. No, newish, but it looked like it was still active. When they got back out, the windows were boarded up. The door that he walked through was not there anymore.
Oh, wow.
And it was like condemned for like 30 or so years.
And
it kind of explained that, hey, this has not even been a office space for over 30 to 40 years.
Wow.
And then he asked about John Travolta, the shepherd guy that helped him down. They're like, he died in flight, many, many years ago kind of thing.
Wow.
So he was a ghost also. Hello, Space Mountain Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I will be, or at least I will be trying to join you
in like
8 minutes. No,
in 50. Yeah.
Ish.
I'm
just about done with the review. And it's short film, 39 minutes.
That's not bad though.
Put it in a category against other movies that are longer. It's hard to do that.
It is, because when you have a movie that is less than an hour,
like an episode on a TV show, maybe
that would be
time. But this
it's sort of like an episode and a half.
This is this couple's 39 minutes is the whole movie, which they could have expanded. Don't get me wrong; they could have done a little bit more.
They could have done at least an hour.
They could have, but you know what? For what they did and how much expression all of them showed, they even had it so John Travolta looked like he had a little glint in his eye, kind of like he was a good guy kind of thing, Christmas spirit style.
Oh, he had to change it. It's going back to 9 for his stream.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going on at 9.
I might be there, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Probably will be there, but it will not be as light as it is right now.
Right.
I'm probably gonna be there. It should be
right.
I'll have dark background probably. Really.
Right.
I'll be outside still. I count the movie by itself because it encompassed everything that you needed to see to watch it as a full-on movie. Had a great plot line. I give it a
Okay.
5 out of 5.
Let me ask you this question about this because for me, with a movie, it has to flow. Did it
Yes,
even do that?
it did a lot. It flowed
Really?
pretty well. It had a plot line that the whole
Okay.
thing followed, and it had you guessing on trying to see what the plot line was, but it did not
Okay.
give it away. So
Okay.
I kind of liked it. I recommend watching it, and it's a
Okay.
short watch, really. It seems like a longer movie. Even though it's
Mm.
only 39 minutes long, it seems like 45 minutes to an hour long movie,
The the
but
the
in a good
fact that
way, not a bad way.
because
Yeah.
the fact that they were able to turn this into a 39-minute movie, it's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Well,
Because
you know,
normal
it
Disney
should
movies are
be.
like 2 hours.
Yeah, you would think it would be
Normal,
about 2 hours,
yeah,
regular
yeah.
movie, and then they came out with this, and it's a short film.
Mm-hmm.
Probably this is how good it looked, for in my opinion. It probably
Right.
will win the short film festival again
That's good. That's good.
as him being the director.
Right.
It's the first time he's directed for Disney, which means he might
Mm.
come back someday or another with another movie.
We'll see.
We'll see. He had a very French name. I cannot
Mm.
pronounce it.
Gotcha. I get it. I get it. I totally get it because there are some names and accents that I can't even get sometimes.
Yes.
But that's
So I
okay though.
loved this movie. It
Mm.
had not Daniel Radcliffe, Ben Radcliffe, if I remember correctly, as a young kid. They're not
Interesting.
related.
Really?
He's from Britain, yes.
Okay.
And he's a younger
Okay.
kid from Britain, and he was a pilot that
Mm.
lost all the power
Mhm.
and everything happened to him.
Wow.
It was an interesting movie. Yes. I was hooked the
Sounds
whole time. Up
sounds
until about
interesting.
maybe the last 5 minutes.
Mm.
That's pretty
Mm.
solid, I would say.
That's actually pretty good because for movies and pretty much anything,
If
it
you
has
want
to
a
flow.
fast-paced movie, this is the way to go. It drives right into it real quick.
The problem is like, with a fast pace, it's like
You're trying to keep up with it sometimes, but you know what?
Okay.
39 minutes long. It's tempting
Okay.
just to watch it just to see if
Okay.
you can count down the minutes.
Okay. I will definitely check it out. It sounds interesting to say the
It
least.
was very interesting.
And
think
the
how
fact
much
that
I
it flows.
explained. That
Mhm.
whole thing I explained was basically the whole movie,
Okay.
but it was 39 minutes long on all of that synopsis.
That's pretty good.
It's really good.
Mhm.
Acting was fantastic, and
Good.
plus, who wouldn't want to see John Travolta try to fly a plane?
He does that anyway,
He
so.
does that anyway. So you know what?
Mhm.
Fantastic showing, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Um, really,
it's interesting though.
I'll start up this little thing, and I'll say, Dave, I wish you would watch this. You would love it.
Mm.
In a standpoint of being Army and all that, or Navy,
Exactly.
Air Force. There we go.
Exactly.
Air Force movie. War plane movie. Disney don't make war movies very much that they have done before, but very, very little amount of war movies like in base. And this is one of the closest that we can find. I know there was another one called Red Tails. Very good Disney movie, by the way. Loved it. And we reviewed it earlier in the year.
I think we did.
Yes.
I think we did last year.
Yes. First black platoon in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And so this movie was very, very much like that. 39 minutes long. Give it a 5 out of 5. I wish it would make more of these short films. Go for it.
I'm wondering if with this they're gonna make more Disney those shorts.
They could.
Like they do with the Pixar.
It was almost like they were playing with the theme of it being dark too, though. They're like, could this work? Well, let's see.
Well, Haunted Mansion proved
Well,
that
yeah.
they can do dark movie, and I mean dark.
Well,
I mean, come on.
that was not their first dark film. If you really want to count it, that would be
Yeah.
Dumbo. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm gonna say this. Well, I can go one up.
That's pretty dang close, though. Dumbo.
Not as close. Wait a minute. I got one even darker than that. That's far worse.
Know, having it so if a mom dies,
Bambi.
She stick her trunk out.
I know, and that's when I have to turn up Dumbo. Woo! That's when I have to turn it off.
Oh,
the first time I saw it, the very first time I saw it, I had to turn it off. I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. I had to turn off Dumbo, and I never watched it ever again.
Now,
but Bambi, I can watch.
Now,
that's the interesting thing. I can.
You can watch Bambi
with no problem.
What about 101 Dalmatians?
I can watch that one with no problem.
DeVille.
I can watch that with no problem.
Cartoon version was a lot creepier. Her driving that car, having that.
That was the most hilarious part of the whole thing. I mean, come on.
Scary. I don't want to meet that person on the road. I'm sorry.
Oh, trust me. You want to talk about road rage? That's road rage.
Yes.
Right there.
But still,
okay.
That's pretty creepy, too. She was creepy. She was very evil. Well,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the live action, they tried to stand up to that.
Oh, I love the live action.
Others.
Cruella was
the newest one.
Yeah, I loved it. I still can't remember the sequel.
I hope this year they will be pushing out a Cruella #2.
They better, because I've been waiting for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to see where this is gonna go. Because
right around Halloween time, probably.
If that's gonna happen, I'm gonna be in the movie theaters.
Yes,
watching
please do. Cruella #2.
Oh, believe me, I may want to do kind of like a male version of Cruella going to the movies.
They haven't said anything about it, so
they haven't said anything about it at all, and I've been waiting for it.
I expect probably either this year or next year.
I'm hoping soon because from what I know, it was already given a green light anyway.
Now, talk about movies for a little bit of a second. It won't
sure.
Me. So,
sure.
Steamboat Willie, the original cartoon, got into officially as of the 1st of this month, which was the first day of the year.
Yeah.
It is now in the free.
I know. I know that. I don't
know if you've seen this, but some other people picked it up a little bit.
Do they want to make a movie out of it?
They're making a movie.
That would be
no movie. They're making a horror game out of it. That will only. It will have celebrity characters going dark.
Let me ask you this question seriously, because Disney has already done that with Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2.
Yes, I'm talking like super dark, almost like. Did you have Five Nights at Freddy? Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, and believe me,
Haunted Mansion. I have not tried to play it.
I don't even want to watch it. I have no interest in watching it.
Movie they're talking about.
Why? Why would they do it with that? I know, but
because they can. But they're using copyrights that are allowed to use.
But is it gonna work? Because a lot of people love Steamboat Willie.
I don't. A lot of people love Steamboat Willie, but yes, people will probably play the game. People like horror movies anyway. It won't be the same genre of people that watch Disney movies. We won't even care. Probably.
Well, as you know, us Disney fans, we are very passionate.
We do. This does mean
we're passionate.
We are passionate, and there's some people that are going to try to have a high horse about it. But
what
can you really do? It's in free reign.
You're right. It is.
So
it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Not only will it have.
When did it come out?
but it will
What is it?
also have what is his name? Yogi Bear, because
Really?
he's in Free Reign already. He was before
Really?
about the same time of Mickey.
Right?
And then there will also be Felix the Cat.
Oh, jeez.
And then I believe something on the line of Betty Boop also. So
Really?
all on
Well,
that
this is this is good. Well, I'm already seeing a theme right now, black and white.
black and white.
I
It's
can
gonna
see
look
it.
very creepy. Yes.
Mm,
We've seen this instance already once before when they said, "Hey,
yeah.
Winnie the Pooh is in the free reign." So guess
I
what?
couldn't believe that. I was like, what?
Guess what? They're making a horror movie off of Winnie
That
the
was
Pooh.
weird.
So
I never saw it, but I'm like,
it
really?
has not came
And
out yet.
people
They're
and
making it.
people were really upset about that one.
When they heard about it, yes, but
Oh yeah,
we don't know how it's going to turn out.
true.
It opens up doors for Disney weirdly because they have not
It
tried
does.
the horror genre. They could use other people
Right.
attempting to use their
They
product
could.
to see how well people like their product that way.
The problem is, okay, I can see them doing this, but there is the one issue. Now, as Disney fan, now you know how passionate we are about our characters and everything.
Yes, always
I
has to
mean,
be kid friendly. Why?
I guess because that's the way Walt wanted it.
The way Walt wanted it, but now Disney is already not, because PG-13 is stacked on top of most Marvel movies.
Some of them, not all.
Most. Because all of it entitles being.
I get the point.
At.
I get the point. You don't have to say anything else about that. Believe me.
Star Wars is a little bit higher rating, but it's
Star Wars can be, yeah.
But you get what
I get the point, yeah. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how that plays out. Will someone pick it up to make a movie out of it? They could.
We'll see, because.
You know what I hope? Someone makes a 2-hour full-length movie of Steamboat Willie.
You know what? That would be smart.
That would be so fun.
You know what? You know what would be really cool?
That would be a challenge for people. I want people.
Wait. I got a better idea.
Expand the
2-hour movie.
That movie.
Do the 2-hour movie.
Yes.
But do it this way, okay? Go with me on this. You have Tom Hanks as Walt Disney.
Okay.
Drawing the movie and physically showing it, bringing it to life in the movie theater. And then the end scene would be everybody in the movie theater watching it for the first time.
Or having it for the full-length movie being about 2-ish.
Yeah.
Be a little under hours long. But then have it so it's one of those movies kind of like, what was that movie? Lord of the Rings, where they had, hey, here's a special edition of a 9 extra hours of content.
That would be interesting.
And then one of the things is it shows the person drawing it while the movie's happening.
That would be interesting.
Different style, you know.
But let me ask this question: has anybody?
Now, here's my thing.
Go for it.
With that being open, with that being free now, could some people want to try to go back towards the old way of making movies to make it more nostalgic?
Well, here's one for you.
Projector style.
You know what? I was wondering that myself, because if they were to do that now,
there's a few of those made.
And I believe that the museum has them. And I believe they still work.
They have all that Disney
had. The problem is, but here is the biggest issue with this. The parts I don't think are available now, because they don't make them anymore, as far as I know.
They
do.
In Japan.
2 words.
Studio.
Studio Ghibli.
They've done like 30 movies
I
that
think they've done
way.
all of them that way, as far as I know, with
Most of
Miyazaki.
them, yes.
Most of them that I love.
It's an art form over there
It
that
is.
has
I love
created
it.
a following. Really, people want to see them
Let's
use
put it
that
this
form.
way. When I first saw all of them, I said, this is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
And Totoro was my first
Totoro's
one.
fantastic.
I
You know
love
what?
Totoro. I love them all.
They enhanced the way you look at that kind of movie,
And they made you think too, which I love.
The newest one, the Summer in Paradise or whatever that was called.
You mean
Summer Waters?
You mean the one that his son did? Which was the last one I saw.
I think so. It was something summer.
Yeah. It had, wait a minute. It had to do with a witch in a house. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That one. Yeah.
The Kid Witch.
Yeah,
which was Walker, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I loved it.
That one, even
that was a good one.
It was made using
the
overhead
it was wonderful.
style.
I thought
overhead projector style onto a computer screen.
Yeah.
Which Disney did not do.
It worked.
It worked.
If you remember, really well.
Yeah.
And
better
that was a
than
full
the
length
originals.
film.
Now, could this mean that this would be like almost like for the US, it is a dying art form almost. There was very few of those made for the US
because everybody's going digital anyway.
But it wasn't that much of a popular format back in the day.
True.
Hanna-Barbera had a few.
Hanna-Barbera, yes, who I love. I love Hanna-Barbera.
I love them. Don't get me wrong. Really,
I love them too.
The first film of DreamWorks, which was Minions, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Minions was made using that program.
Really? How interesting.
Overhead.
I never watched Minions anyway, so.
But it's still dying out for him. But could it bring it back into saying it's now having? Maybe they could prove that they used that program and have it so they people that use that program will have like a nomination at the something.
Possibly. It's possible.
Kind of like they did with what was that? Nightmare Before Christmas and Box Trolls. They're clay animation. Basically, stop animation. True.
To
the most point.
I mean, the Nightmare Before Christmas was a good movie.
It was a good movie. Now, counting on those lines, that and Clarice was also a Disney movie, but by Tim Burton. And Clarice was her.
I remember that one.
Small door.
You mean the Coraline?
Coraline, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Just the trailer for that alone was like.
I never thought of that.
Really, I never thought it was. I always thought it was Warner Brothers.
They were both Disney.
Really? Wow.
Think how dark that movie was.
It was dark at that time period, and I'm like, dang.
Coraline was, yes.
But all in all,
that might have been one of the more noticeable dark movies first that Disney made. Maybe because Tim Burton didn't have that mindset.
Well, actually, technically, if you really want to go dark, the first one was Bambi.
Cinderella.
But does Bambi beat it?
I don't know because
that's a tricky one. That's true.
That witch.
I know.
The
problem is. See. What about the evil queen?
Evil queen.
From Snow White. See. We are going deep on this stuff, and it's like.
Think about it. Most Disney movies had a dark thematic to it at one point.
You know what's interesting, though, Richard? Speaking of that, okay. When I saw The Lion King,
Oh yes.
Okay, now
That,
wait. Now
that was
wait.
quite dark
That was the
and
first
dark.
time. That was the first time since Bambi that has been done.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
in a way, in a way, they said, bring because that they needed an element, and would they take a page out of the book, and I thought when I watched it, I'm like, okay, but then I was like, okay, I get the storyline, but the way that they did it,
Yeah.
I think helped
In a
the
way,
ones
they
who
could
had
have.
to
Yeah.
deal with it with Bambi, and
Yeah.
they kind of wanted to bring it up to date because if you remember in Bambi, he never saw her,
No, he did
but
not.
yet, but yet in the Lion King, that's what they did differently.
I always wondered why they never. Okay, my prediction for this year, if they're going to do a
Sure,
different horror movie that no one expects,
it
Disney
would
does.
have to. It would have to be Bambi. It would have to be.
It would almost have to be Bambi,
It would because
or like you said, a
it
movie
could,
devoted to Scar.
it wouldn't make sense though at this point
Either one.
because
Because Bambi
okay.
would be, it would not be called Bambi, or it would be called something on the lines of the tale of Bambi, but it would be called The Hunter,
You
probably, or
know
something.
what? Honestly, though, I would rather see Scar because then we get to see
I
the
don't know.
backstory behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
Or,
Or both
or,
of them. I like both
or
ideas.
go, going deeper than that, the Evil Queen,
Well,
and see
they did a live action movie, not of Evil Queen,
that was Maleficent and Maleficent
Maleficent,
2. They've already done that one. What the
which
Evil
was
Queen from Snow
fantastic.
White?
That is one of the most indie films I think that
Mm,
Disney has. One of that is live
it's
action.
one of them. It's one of them. The other one is the Cruella.
Koala. Well, everyone
I
loves
want to see.
Koala.
I
Now,
want
if
to
you want
see
to
Ursula's
underrated,
back.
not Koala, but 101 Dalmatians, the
Oh
live
yeah.
action movie.
Oh yeah. I saw
That
the
is
first one.
underrated, really.
You gotta admit though, okay,
Koala,
that
it had a
she.
following. It made the box office
It
and it
did.
blew it out. It was not
You
an indie film.
you know it's funny. Speaking of that, okay, 101 Dalmatians because I saw the live
People didn't
action of it.
expect it. I'm sorry.
No, but with this seriously though, I would rather see a Scar movie because we get to see the backstory of that. But I
Yeah.
also want to see an Ursula movie to see
What
what the
if they made a
backstory of that.
movie devoted to
Excuse
the
me.
young, how the Lion King, or how his dad became ruler with
With
his brother in
Scar,
it?
with Scar in there, that would
Yes, and
make
how
sense.
Scar got the scar on his face.
You're right. Because something must have happened.
Yeah, they had to have
Because
happened.
it
Why
had to
was he
be.
disowned, and why was he in the dark corner?
There's got to be something leading up to it. Has to be.
They could have a plot
They
line that would
they
make
could
it
go
make
so many
sense
different ways.
somehow.
They could make it go so many different ways.
Yeah.
Because even I can see it, and it's like, in my own opinion, it's like I want to see the villain's backstory. I always
Now,
have.
here's my question.
Go.
Should they try to do it in the old style cartoon animation, which might set it back? Because they already did a live action version of it,
I
which
know.
was
I know.
making it look like it was real
Right.
to a point.
The problem with it.
So with making it look real, couldn't that make it so they can make it look more dark?
Problem is, I can see it done both ways.
I could see it done both ways.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
It it's one of those
Now,
fine lines.
here's the thing, though, and a
Go
lot of
ahead.
people have this debate. There
Mhm.
is more
Say
than
it.
one person
Mhm.
singing or acting out or speaking for Scar. There's more than one
Yes.
person because
Yes.
the other person, I believe, got sick and he could not work that much
Correct.
anymore. But he's
Correct.
still alive. He didn't die, but he got
It
a
has to be
cold.
Jeremy Irons because he did the
It could
voice
be
in the
Jeremy
movie.
Irons. It could be Jim Cummings, the huge name.
You know,
Because they both
he's.
were the actor for Scar.
I know,
But
because
Jim Cummings was also Winnie the Pooh.
that everybody knows and loves.
But Winnie the Pooh is not Disney anymore. Oh,
In a
gosh.
way, he is.
This is going around.
We
in
are
circles.
going deep. I'm telling you, we are going.
We are
deep
getting
today.
more and more darker.
We
it goes with my background. I'm
that's
sorry.
Okay. That's okay. You know what? You know what I would really, really love to see as now.
You know what I would really, really love to see. And
Go ahead.
I didn't expect this beforehand.
Say it. The Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs dark.
Now that.
Ooh.
That could go two ways. I can see it.
Could.
It could, and it.
I don't know what to think of that one.
I got a good one. Look who.
Oh my gosh, Pixar could go dark. I could see Pixar going dark.
No. Think about it. Do you remember in Toy Story 3 when they did Lotso's backstory? You got to admit though that was dark.
That was pretty dark
for that time period because you never had a villain's backstory. And mind you, when I saw it for the first time, I said, "This is dark. This is great," because you finally get to hear it from the villain's point of view.
Yes. Now, if they're going to do this, if they're going to have Lotso as a movie,
that would be cool. I would be the first in line.
Darker movie. It's going to be on the side of horror because of the way he was brought up.
True.
Because remember, in the movie, he was evil to a point all the way to the very end.
Correct.
And then he turned good.
Yeah, but then he
zoomed
out, if you remember in the last scene of the movie.
Yes, but he was good at the very end.
But you have to admit, though, that story point was actually good.
If they're going to make a plot lines like that, have it a bit creepy, but have the plot lines of Pixar characters, which characters would you want that would make it more dark?
Oh, I can think of a couple right now. Zurg.
Sid.
You know what? Sid's backstory would be perfect.
Perfect. Think about it.
Have you seen him
How did he become the way he acted?
Have you seen the videos from him when he does whoever plays him is a genius because
it's been 3 years running.
It's really good.
3 years running. He's done it for 3 years.
He would be the perfect Sid because he's very convincing. You have to admit.
Here's another one
it's convincing.
Would not expect.
Try me.
Coco, dark.
That's a good one.
They are ghosts. Think about it.
Well, hello. I mean, yeah.
They are ghosts.
I got one even darker than that.
You know.
I got one even darker than that, okay?
I got one darker than that, too. I'll do it after you.
Encanto.
Fantasia.
You got to admit. Ooh, now that would be a good one. I want to see the mops and brooms go at it.
Mops and brooms as dark characters that try to chase you.
It would be interesting. Ooh. Could you imagine that as a ride?
And now instead of
wait a minute.
Now hey, instead of Fantasia, hey, you know this happens and
what about the Chernabog?
And it's secluded. Okay, what happens if the dark movie says that his power that he put into that made it so it took over the world?
If you remember correctly, in
Counting
that,
Chernobog itself.
but
The
then
whole
where
thing.
would, but then where would you go with the hippos and the mushrooms and all that stuff?
What it is.
Wait a minute.
And
I got
if
a
you
good
think
one.
about this,
I got a
and it,
doozy.
if you think about this, and it kind of works.
Yeah, because the mushroom brooms would be perfect for that.
It is not only in the real world. It's not in the real world.
Yeah, I know.
What happens is the Mops and Brooms, Chernobog, and all of the characters from Fantasia and Fantasia 2000,
They
if you want
flip.
to count it, sure.
Well, you could, because I watched it in the movie
all of
theater.
them turn dark, and all of them haunt your nightmares.
Ooh, now that's a good one. Wait. You want to go dark? I got a good one. Okay.
I don't know if you can get better than that.
Oh, yes, I can. 2 words, Peter Pan.
Oh, they did
You
it.
can really.
I believe if they remember correctly, they've done it a few times, not by Disney, but it's called Pan, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
That was a darker one. It was pretty good.
But TikTok could be,
Or not only Pan. Don't get me wrong.
Wait a minute. Oh.
But they had Hook. They already made a movie called Hook with Robin Williams.
Correct.
Fantastic.
That was already done.
Done, by the way.
That was already done. Yeah. I never saw it, but that's
Why not have it? So they have a movie devoted just to TikTok.
Now that I would go for. Just give me the merch and I'm good. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Talking about a
crocodile
be cool, that has a ticking in his stomach that tries to eat other people.
Interesting.
And he goes towards the people that are in the town.
What about this one? And you're gonna think I'm nuts for this, but what about this one? Now, mind you, even though it's already dark as a movie as it is, you actually could make it darker. Which one am I thinking of?
I do not know, but I have a different idea.
1 word. It has my favorite animal in it. Dumbo. Mrs. Jumbo. Hello, when she goes bananas.
That's true. They made a dark movie of Dumbo at one time, kind of.
Yeah, but
that was the newest one, and they made it more live action, if you remember that one.
Yeah, I remember seeing the stuff for the preview of that.
That one was, okay, not only was it dark, but can you tell me that wasn't the most perfect music for that movie?
I never saw the whole thing, so
just listen to the music. You don't need to watch the movie.
Okay.
Good soundtrack, by the way.
Now,
the soundtrack is one of the weird ones. It's
what do you think of?
Okay. The other one,
Cruella soundtrack.
Cruella soundtrack.
Oh, I love that soundtrack.
It was pretty good. Yeah. Wasn't the best. I've heard
it was
some that is better. But what was my train of thought going towards?
Oh, I got one that could. Which one?
Inside Out.
Oh, you could do a lot with that one.
Inside Out, opposite.
You could do it. Believe me, you could do it.
So think about it. It would be not joy, but it would be
anger.
Not only that. Okay.
It would be sorrow.
So it is not through the eyes of a young kid.
It's through
through the eyes of a psycho killer.
Oh boy. That
I'm going deep into this one.
Oh, you're going deep all right in this.
Yeah. Now, could you imagine Scrooge McDuck and his own movie as dark?
Oh, I could see it. Believe me.
Here's what I want to happen.
All right.
A Christmas Carol.
They've already done a dark one of those.
Pretty dark. They can make it darker.
Have you seen the Jim Carrey version of that?
Oh,
that's dark enough. I watched it.
Okay.
It was weird.
The Polar Express.
You could go
dark.
dark on that. You could.
You could
In
make
a
that
in
dark.
a way, it kind of is. Well,
Okay, okay. In a way, it kind of
in a
is. But
it
why not
is.
have it instead of the train actually going to
How did
Santa's
we get?
workshop?
Yeah,
He
which is good.
actually goes to the live action version
Mm-hmm.
of Nightmare Before Christmas.
So you want to merge both movies together?
Yes.
What is this?
What's this?
That would
What's
be
this?
weird.
In the air.
I don't know. Oh my god! How did we get down
Okay,
this
and then
rabbit
on
hole?
that point, merging
Yeah.
together movies, would that
Ooh,
be so bad? Would that be bad at all?
I've actually
What
thought
would
of
it
movies.
happen if they made it so some characters got to meet in movies?
They've already done that already.
Sometimes they've done it 2 to 3 times. One of them was Chip and Dale, fantastic movie.
No. I'm talking about
Another
when.
one was Roger Rabbit, the original.
Now wait a minute. There is one more
There's
that I
another.
know.
Yes.
Do you want to
I
know
don't
what it
remember
is?
what it was.
I know what it is. When the Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
Oh yes, but
I
that's not
love that movie.
Hanna-Barbera. That's
Oh my!
not
That
Disney.
I don't care. But guess what? You wanted to talk about two worlds merging. Well, that
I
happened.
want that to happen. Well, they did that kind of with a
I loved it.
TV show. They did it with
one?
Enchanted.
No.
What is that called? That they made the live action.
But Roger Rabbit, you are right about that, because not only did they have Disney, they also had Warner Brothers.
Yes, they had Warner. Yeah.
But there was only one thing that each had to agree on, which they did.
Hello, Sir Farm John.
Hi.
Yes.
But I don't remember what it was. I think it was both had to have equal time in the movie, if I remember correctly. I forget what the circumstance was for Roger Rabbit.
Okay, they made shorts of Oswald recently, as of last year, right before December, right?
Right. Oh.
2-hour movie. Oswald.
People would go nuts for that, believe me.
I want it to be a little bit dark, but I want it on the effect that it's going to be almost like Roger Rabbit.
Now wait a minute. Okay, now.
Yeah, I'm going there.
Well, wait a minute. I thought that they were going to make another Roger Rabbit movie because they were going to update the ride.
Yeah, they were one time. I don't
know.
Now,
what happened with that? Because I want that to happen. I'm sorry.
I think because of few months ago, they decided to clean slate a bunch of movies. That was one of the movies they took out.
Why?
I know.
I'm ready to watch it. But
I want to watch it. Don't get me
wrong.
I
want to see Benny the Cab again. He is so
funny.
want
to see that. Or have Benny the Cab Saves Christmas. There you go.
Now that I would... a Roger Rabbit Christmas movie, I'm in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, how did we get down this rabbit hole anyway?
Oh, well.
Boy,
what can we say? It was a very dark movie.
We dig deep in this stuff.
Yeah.
We know how to dig
deep in this stuff.
Sometimes, yeah. but, okay. If you really had to pick like one movie.
Oh, gosh.
Out of the entire Disney and Pixar catalog. Which one would you pick? Because I already know which one I'd pick.
To become dark or to have another movie out of it?
Both.
Ooh.
If you had to pick one movie from the entire Disney and Pixar catalog, from every movie ever done, mainstream,
Hercules.
Interesting.
Dark.
Okay, I can see that. Me?
Not only is it not called Hercules, it's also Hades.
True.
A movie.
Yeah, I know. I just thought of something.
Now, it's not live action, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
It has to be animated, and it has to be a little quite dark. And that's why he turned out like that.
Well, let me ask you this question. Would you say that Toy Story 2 is dark. In a way, it is.
All Toy Stories are a little bit dark in a way. It keeps creating contrast and interest.
Well, Toy Story 4, you gotta
Well, talking
admit,
about all the Toy Stories. Okay,
you know,
so
okay,
we had
if we were to go
Sid.
through,
Sid
right,
as a dark movie. That would be
correct.
pretty cool.
Number 2 would have to be Pete.
And two might have to be that.
3, Lotso, definitely.
Lotso.
And the 4th would have to be Gabby Gabby.
Well,
Most
fourth would
definitely.
be not only Gabby Gabby,
But the marionettes, too.
The first instance that Bo Peep got stuck in that place.
You're right. You're right.
The old antique shop.
Now, wait a minute. They did do a short about Bo Peep already.
Yes, I want that to be about a 2-hour movie of a horror film.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, very, very dark. What about something thrown really far out there?
John
Luca.
has made a comment on this. I'm old school. Snow White and Peter Pan. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, Snow White and Peter Pan. They did kind of a Peter Pan. If you watch, I recommend a dark movie of Peter Pan. Watch Pan. It's the darkest you're gonna get. It's more fantasy related. And
wait a minute, I know one that neither one of us has that talked about. It's a classic. Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
You could
creepy as dark.
You could do it.
Oh my god.
You could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. You know.
Yeah. Hook is cool. I liked Hook. Hook is pretty cool, but that was more like a weirdly, he wasn't really comedic unless he was asked to be. That would be Robin Williams in that movie.
Yep.
But he did a fantastic job of that movie. It was such spot on. But if you really want to see him with his comedic chops, as you would say, Aladdin. And why have we not talked about a dark Aladdin then?
You know what? A Jafar movie would be great. That'd be perfect. All you need to do is get Jonathan Freeman to do it because he did it on Broadway fantastically. Throw him in there, and make it look good. You know? Ursula. You have to do Ursula. Totally. I would love an Ursula movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Ursula movie would be cool.
I would love to see Ursula. Trying to think of who else.
Oh. Who? Prince Eric movie.
Ooh. What about this? Tiana. What about Tiana? The Shadow Man movie.
The Shadow Man, or also have it so not only is it, this is a cool scenario. Okay, hear me out. 2-hour movie.
Okay.
First hour is kind of like they did with, like they used to do, or they did with Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Okay.
Okay.
First movie, hour is the full movie of the Shadow Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Second movie is a tale of the prince that it came over from his country. Prince Naveen. Both of them in the same movie.
Yeah.
One of them dark, one of them not.
That would be an interesting concept.
Freak out people.
Possibly. Have we missed anything? I think we pretty much covered the entire catalog.
We've covered
except
a lot.
For a few. Except for a few.
Well, why not have it so there, Ham from Toy Story has his own movie. There you go.
What about Rexy?
Buttercup. Mr. Slinky.
Slinky Dog.
Cute. Man, we're thinking of a lot of characters.
Wait a minute. We never talked about Oliver and Company.
Lightyear.
We never talked about Oliver and Company either.
Oliver and Company, could they become dark? I guess they could have.
In a way.
Maybe have it so it's like the Doberman Pinscher's point of view instead,
I don't know. Well, you could do that.
and have it so it's dark.
Wait a minute. What
It
about
would be almost like all dogs go to heaven. If you've seen any of those,
I've seen the first one, and that was weird.
it was weird.
That was weird.
I've seen all three. I like all three. So.
I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
It's just really weird, but a dog goes to heaven and tries to come down to help a kid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I remember. And it was just weird for me.
Oh,
but it's okay. Tarzan would be a good one.
Dark.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Back.
Since we're talking about dark and rides, because I just thought of this one. Jungle Cruise. Come on. Jungle Cruise.
Scariest horror ride of all time. Disney World. It's a small world.
I thought you were gonna say it's a small world because I love the ride.
Yeah.
But I got one even scarier than that.
Why not have it so the aspects of the animatronics decide to try to kill you in the movie?
Interesting concept.
Oh boy.
Now wait a minute. I got one darker than that. I'm not kidding.
That's pretty dark.
No. 2 words. Expedition Everest. Yeti.
Oh,
hello.
Oh yes.
That can. I mean, I'm surprised.
Dark. But
they haven't made a movie about it yet, which I'm waiting for.
But I want to see it light. I want to see the Yeti as the same voice and same actor.
Wait a minute. 3 words. Big Thunder Railroad.
Yeah.
Come on. That would be a great movie too. But Small World, oh yeah.
Small World is a dark.
And the song keeps going.
Yep. Okay.
Now I can't get it out of my head. Thank you very much.
I'm done. I'll cut this at the end right here.
Fine. That's fine.
Oh my gosh! But that is
woo. We went dark
who would
today.
You want to play as voice actors? Because yes, they want to kill you, but they also talk to you.
But you would need some from every country. Country.
Yep.
Ooh, that would be tricky to do.
Yeah, people that are notorious for the voice.
But the problem is that there's no tour guide either for Small World. You just go around the boat thing.
Well, that's kind of true. What happens if you fall asleep into Small World and then you're stuck inside of the land?
People? Okay. People have been literally stuck on It's a Small World.
I have
the truth.
I have before. And that's why I don't have a good rating of it.
I never have, and I'm glad I don't, because let me tell you, I'd be singing along like a crazy person.
Of Terror.
They already did that with a movie. They've already done it. They've already done it.
Movie?
Yes. You mean to tell me you've never seen Tower of Terror?
But
they've done a movie about it. 1997. It was a great movie. You've never seen it?
I might have not.
I have it on DVD. When I go to my mom's house next time, I will take a picture of it for you.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like.
Sure. Oh, it's great. It's a Halloween movie. Yeah, they've already done Tower of Terror.
What if they started making movies, revamped movies of get the rights and make movies of all of the what Tower of Terror was based upon?
They've already done that
for Disney.
They've already done it in 1997. It was either 97 or 98.
No, they only did horror. No, what am I thinking? The TV
Twilight Zone.
Yes, Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
What if they get all the rights to all the Twilight Zone and Brothers Grimm? Most of Brothers Game is Disney anyway.
True. I don't
Yeah.
know. We went deep today.
Let's go for a dark Three Little Pigs. Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh
That's
my
all Disney.
god. Oh my god.
That's
That is
all
such
Disney.
old school.
That's all old school Disney. What
I
if
know
they
it
made
is.
that? Number one, live action.
You know, that would be
Number
kind of hard.
two,
That would be kind of
dark.
hard. Be kind of hard to do because
Not for Little Red Riding Hood.
Well, they
already
could
did
do
few
it.
Series
Wait a minute. They've already done that already with Into the Woods.
Into the Woods, yeah.
I've already seen it both on
Okay.
the stage and film. I've already seen it, so they've already done all that.
Wizard of Oz was officially not Disney when it first started, but the second movie was.
It was MGM. Okay, you want to talk about creepy? Return to Oz was creepy. I watched it once, and I said, "This is what this." I mean, it was just weird.
Okay.
We lost our minds today.
Have you got to see the what is that movie? That new one that just came out.
Which one?
Oh shoot! Last year, came out.
Was it an Oz movie?
No.
Disney movie.
Disney movie, yeah.
Shoot, I haven't seen it yet. I've not seen Wish.
Please do watch Wish.
I'll watch it when it comes out on Disney Plus.
Wouldn't the goat's voice,
yeah,
the really low voice, wouldn't that work perfectly for It's a Small World creepy movie?
I'll have to say, because I haven't seen Wish yet, but I've seen the Spirit Jersey of it, and I love it. I love the Spirit Jersey of it.
Please watch the movie.
I will watch it. I will watch it. I have to wait until it comes out on Disney Plus.
It is.
When is it coming out on Disney Plus?
It already is.
Oh, it is?
On Disney Plus.
I'll check. Bam. I'll check it out.
Kabow wow.
I will watch it.
I've watched it like 3 or 4 times. It's the accumulation of 100 years of magic for Disney.
And it has
put it in a movie.
That's amazing that they did that because, but I think people still confuse it with the ship.
Yes, but what are you supposed to do? Call it something else?
No, but I will watch it. Believe me, I will watch it.
I think they did that on purpose. Sooner or later, I think they're going to try to make the Broadway show onto the ship of Wish on Wish.
If they make the Broadway show out of that, that's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Let me ask you this question. Okay, now since you've watched Wish already, does this beautiful pink bear show up?
No,
at all.
Nope. More realistic movies.
Bunch of meanies.
Bambi shows up. Thumper shows up.
Does TikTok show up?
Flower shows up. If I remember
Are you serious? Flower?
I think Flower shows up. Yeah, I remember her in
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Good. I love that character. Cool.
Flower as a dark movie.
I love Flower the skunk. Believe me. He's
happens after Flower meets Bambi as a dark movie?
You're really going dark on this one, aren't you? I'm telling you.
And I'll end with that one. That's a good.
We come up with good ideas. I wonder if anybody Disney's watching.
Oh, and if you are not, it shows one.
It's okay.
I'm out of here.
It's okay. All right, guys. Have a